Hello there, Runneteers. It's Manny again, and we do have a couple of topics that we're going to go over. Just fun topics this time because there's really no news, no new news. The only thing before I begin, I just wanted to say thank God for everything that's happened. I'm recording this on Thursday morning, and Hurricane Milton on the feet, or just right behind Hurricane Helene, just hit, and I was up on and off all night watching a live feed from the Swan and Dolphin. Now, that is not indicative of everybody that is out there, but from all indications, it didn't hit as bad, and I hope I am right in this. It seems like most people that I know are okay, thank goodness. I'm so much looking forward to seeing you guys in a few weeks. Thank goodness you're okay. I hope to goodness anything that you guys need, please reach out. Please comment down below, see if anybody of the Run Disney, you have another family in the Run Disney family. So if you need anything, just even support, just even like, hey, I just wanted to get something off my chest. Please feel free to reach out to anyone that you know. Reach out to me. Please do over social media. Just let me know, vent, whatever you want to. I am here if anybody needs that. If I need to, I will give you my personal number, and I have done that before in the past, and so that you guys can call me. But thank goodness it does look like the worst is over. For those of you who are affected, we're in our thoughts and prayers. And with that said, I will move on. But I will move on a little bit better this morning, knowing that most people, if not hopefully everybody, is safe. So now let's get into today's topics. And so I wanted to turn this around and make it a little bit different. So a little bit fun. I have over the years, I'm going to be crossing in January over 1,000 live miles run. That means the live miles, it means that they're not anything that's virtual. So they are going to be either at Disney World or Disneyland. And over the years, I've accumulated so many medals. And a lot of people have asked, and a lot of people do the Medal Monday. I don't do the Medal Monday, by the way. But I thought to myself, hey, you guys see some of them. I'm looking at some more over here. I'm looking at some more over there. There's some more in the room behind me. So why don't we go over and I can show you all the medals that I have and see what you guys think. So in this corner, I have just Disneyland. It was my first ever Dumbo Double Dare and first Avengers ever. So it was the first Dumbo Double Dare ever and first Avengers ever. This corner, I have quite a few of my Disney memorabilia, 50th anniversary. A bunch of the Coast to Coast medals you can see are right here. I put on this on the Magical Miles. Actually, that was a gift from my sisters. One of my sisters gave it to me before I was gonna go do one of the Dopies. But here is the very first medal for the Wine and Dine. So this was the nighttime run. So it was really, really cool, means a lot to me. So in this area, I have actually most of my Wine and Dine stuff from the beginning, or from the earlier years. 2018, they used to actually sell these. Lasting Commemoratives would sell them, and then they would always hold something for me, give me a good discount. And then I put together these 2019. This is actually a Goofy's Challenge 2019. And 2016, so this is a challenge. One of the medals fell, I can tell. I gotta go back and open it up and re-glue it. But they actually used to put the times there too. So that was actually pretty cool. But this is what I have, and if you can tell that it's been outlined right here. Really, really nice casing here. I'm not sure why I put this one over here, but I think it was because of uniqueness. In 2017, they had like a 2-course challenge, and they had actually, and it was one of them was like a passport and yeah, luggage tags, and it was really, really cool. I liked when they did this one. This was 2017 Wine and Dine. So above my work area, I'll start off on this side. This is the 2020 Goofy Challenge. This was one where I did with one of my best friends, Goofy John, was there. And of course, this is early Star Wars one. So this one was a good one. I did all the Star Wars challenges. And this one is probably one of my favorites because, and I don't have a picture, this is one of the ones I regret, but August 31st, 2018, in 2 hours and 15 minutes, I finished a half marathon at Disneyland. I still remember, actually, I was hurt, but I finished it. But this was my first ever run at any of the Disney parks. Over here is a wall that you guys see sometimes.
So over here is the 25th anniversary of the Goofy's Challenge 2018. So again, I was able to get this from Lasting Commemoratives. I'll move over this way. I actually got this from Disney. I remember I had them make it. This is 2019 Star Wars Rival Runs. So you just get to see the medals right there. I like these a little bit more than the shadow box. I'll show you right now. Even though the shadow boxes are really, really cool, because you could actually do the flipping of everything right here. So dark side, light side, so forth and so on. So here is the Castle Run Challenge. Again, these were from Lasting Commemoratives, and so it was a consecutive years. I actually went and ran with my nephew, but they really did a good job because they put my name on everything right there. They had my bib numbers, my time is in the middle. Same thing over here. So this was the next year. So these two boxes right here are both inclusive of California and Florida runs. So that's it. Over here was a shadow casing I made of my first ever Dopey. So you see my actual bibs. Those are the printouts, and then here are the medals. So I keep this one over here. The only one that's really, really unique is this one was plastic back in that day. And they actually separated. So Mini was a 10K, and of course the half, the full Goofy and Dopey. But, you know, this has switched over to be Chip and Dale, and Minnie has partnered up with Mickey for the marathon. Now right here, when we came back from the pandemic and my Run Disney family started growing, I started putting them all together. So this was 2021-2022 season. So this is the season. Of course, I didn't do them all. And right in the middle is the Everest one that got shortened because of the weather. It was a nighttime run, the first ever springtime surprise. So that's the way it was. And so there, and you see all the logos on top. In this corner it says keep running. This is the 2022-2023 season. And if you notice, I have the perfect status for Wine and Dine. So I have that right there. 10 years of running. That was actually, I decided to do the Dopey again after 10 years, just because, hey, it was the first time, it was a 10-year anniversary, so I said might as well do it. And all of a sudden I've been doing it every year ever since. But I still love this Monsters Inc. one right here. And over here is the latest edition. I finally finished. This was actually done yesterday. And it says Manny Runs Disney in the middle. I put up those stickers. You can get those stickers at the Advent booth at the Run Disney events in Florida. I didn't see them in California. But this is this past season. The only medal missing is the 5K for the Princess, because that's the one I volunteered with. I wanted to volunteer, so I chose not to run it. So, but here are all the medals, including some of the glow-in-the-darks. Figgy, I still think Figgy should be the mascot, just like you have the Dopey right there, just like you have Mickey for Marathon Weekend. I think Figment should be the mascot for every Wine and Dine going forward. What are your thoughts?
So yeah, I'm actually going like, where can I add? I'm actually trying to do seasons now. So if you notice, the last 3 years, one behind me, two that are over here, are just a season. So 2021-2022 season, 2022-2023 season, 2023-2024 season, and now it's going to be the 2024-2025 season. So how do you guys do your medals? Do you guys do them by season? Do you do them by race? I like to see that. And so post it down below. If you have pictures, please do. I would love to make a video that involves everybody, maybe even getting on a Zoom call and having people just show how they do their how they fix their medals, because a lot of people actually out there do not know how to fix their medals, and so they ask a lot of questions. So I thought this was a good idea to kind of cover a lot of different topics, but mainly having to do with medals. So again, post down below, send me pictures directly, whatever you guys want to do. But let's show off our medals. Now, before we get on, because yes, I have been listening to you guys. You wanted to go back to training. So this one's going to be a little bit different because I talked about it before, strength training. So we're going to do that. But before we do, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We have an event coming up. We don't do a lot of events, and we should. We're going to have one coming up November 1st. Subscribe to the channel because we're probably going to do a live feed there. So that way you guys can see what's going on. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to join us. I'll go over that a little bit later in the video. But as for now, we are going to go to the gym. I have a little gym in the front of my complex. We're going to go there. It's not a big gym, so I'm going to apologize right off the head, right off the back, and say, hey, there's a lot of stuff that is missing. People have either broken it or stolen it. I know that's sad, but they have. So we're just going to go over some basics. So we're not going to do a workout, but I'm going to take off, and we'll see you guys at the gym. Hey there, Runneers. So we are going to be going over a small little workout and just some ideas that can help you stay as pain-free, as injury-free as possible. Some strength workouts, and I've alluded to them before, and now we're going to actually go over them. So first off, and I know this is not the best angle, but sorry guys, this is what I got to work with. They kind of move stuff around in this little gym that we have here. It's okay, so the first thing to do is to just put your body into one string and 6 points. One string, which is your spine. So a neutral spine should be straight like this, okay? So when you're sitting, you're actually not in neutral spine because the bottom of your spine is now it's coming in. So you got to be in neutral spine. Your 6 points are your shoulders, your hips, and down below are your feet. So every exercise is going to be predicated by making sure that we have this together. So now with the string, I'm going to add a few things. The next thing is going to be the bucket, which is your hips, okay? When your bucket is off, it's spilling water, okay? It is going to affect everything, including your hips right here, but it's also going to include your feet and can include your shoulders. So those 6 points right there. The next one is going to be your belt. You have a belt here. It's your abdominal muscles are deep muscles, and they're not moving muscles, okay? Those are commonly known as the core muscles. So these core muscles stabilize. So they keep you stable. So what I would do is whenever you're doing any of these exercises, make sure you draw it in and make sure you learn how to breathe correctly when you're drawing in. And then the last one is going to be the coat hanger. The coat hanger is something that I've added because your shoulders should need to be back into place. So make sure that you got your shirt on. Make sure you roll that shirt and put it into that coat hanger, because coat hangers don't hang like this. They hang like this. A good way of knowing is where your hand positions are. If your hand positions are here, your thumbs are facing forward, or towards each other, I should say. Look at this. So you see my shoulders are rolled in. When I roll them back, they start coming back, and they will come into neutral position. They're either this way or sometimes even out this way. And that's the best way of doing it. Now, every one of the exercises we're going to do is going to be predicated off of this. So that string, the bucket, the belt, the coat hanger, and remember the 6 points. So let's get going with a few exercises. So the first exercise is going to be mainly for the coat hanger. So the first point's right here. Of course, we're going to do our string. We're going to keep it straight right here. Now, I don't have anything. Actually, it's funny because between people breaking stuff and people stealing stuff, we don't have it, but I can actually show you. So there is basically two basic motions that we can do with our upper body. Pull, push. And if you guys have done exercise before, you've heard that. So pull. So anything that I can grab onto, so like a lat pull down or a row machine, I like in between here, and you pull back. My shoulders are already rolled back. My spine is in neutral position. Yes, I'm sitting. I prefer to be standing, but I'm kind of emulating what's at the gym. Most of the time at the gym, you're going to have your lat pull down. You're going to come, and you're going to bring it in front of you. Okay, behind you, I actually start rolling forward, so I'm not in neutral position anymore. So right in here, okay, that'll strengthen up your back muscles. How does this help with your running, your back muscles being stronger? You're going to be more in the upright position. So the other points, the points in the hip and the 4 points in the hip and the feet, they're going to stay neutral. So you're going to be less prone to get injured. This doesn't mean you're going to not get injured, but you're going to be less prone to get injured. So that is our pull. So remember, high rows, mid rows, or even pull down. So pull up again with the back staying neutral, that string staying straight. Try saying that a few times pretty quickly. So the next one, I'm on the side because there's a bench right here, is going to be a combo. So it's going to be for that belt We're also going to do a little bit of the coat hanger up on top, and of course the string has to stay straight. So this is going to help a lot with the core muscles, the stabilization muscles, and it's going to be a basic plank. For those of you who are just starting off, this is going to be a basic one. Those of you who are more advanced can get on the floor, can get on the stability ball, and that's again a different video. So we're just going to do something real simple. We're going to get into push-up position, and we're going to bring our legs out. I wish you could just see me out. It's just a simple plank. So I'm going to stay straight, but the next key is I'm going to draw in my abs, which makes it a little bit harder to breathe, but you got to practice this over and over and over. It's almost like that belt. You're tightening up that belt. So again, my shoulders are straight, so the shirt is in the coat hanger. My string is straight, my back is straight across, and then I also have my belt on pretty tight. Now again, the bucket is spilling water because I'm in this position, but that's okay because I'm strengthening up some other stuff. If you want to even get a little bit more advanced and you want to run while you're here, you can practice. You can practice just walking while you're keeping that proper form. And then little by little, start doing a little bit more, okay? All right, and let's move on. So now we've learned about the points up here, the coat hanger, so we're gonna stay in here. But a very simple, really effective way of working out the next points, which is the hips and the feet, are gonna be squats. Very, very simple. A lot of people will sit there, Manny, I can't do squats. And I always tell people this, do you sit and stand? Yes, you do. That means you're doing squats. It's called body weight squats. So this is just very, very simple. So what you're gonna do is, this is where it's important, and I wish you could see my feet. My feet are pointing this way. They're pointing straight out, okay? They're not out, they're not in, they are straight right here. All right, my hips are straight, and I am gonna drop straight back into a sitting position. Then I'm gonna stand up, okay? It's going to be very, very easy right here. But I want to keep the form. Again, the string is going to stay straight. You're going to the sitting position, so it's going to be a little bit different. So that you are going to curve down a little bit in the bottom part, but you also want to keep your shoulders in the coat hanger. So in other words, you're not doing this. You're not doing anything like this. Okay, you're going to stay here, right here. Okay? And you're going to build those muscles. Now, these exercises actually work a little bit on your glutes, or they work on your glutes. It's very, very simple. Your glutes stabilize when you walk and, of course, when you run. So if your glutes are weak, then other muscles have to stabilize because you just don't fall over, okay? So that's when you start feeling, and the muscles are weak, you start feeling pains in the knee, in the hips, in the lower back, because those muscles are working overtime, and that's what you don't want to do. You want those stabilizers to be strong. Those stabilizers are not working when we're sitting on a regular basis. So this is one of the exercises that can help. So those of you who are a little bit more advanced, and I've talked to some of you, so I know some of you are more advanced, we can do one-legged. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna balance on one leg, okay? That's the first step. Second step is you are gonna squat down. And if you can see, I've moved a little bit to the side, then come right back up. What you can do to start off is, as you're coming down, touch down as needed, coming up, touch up as needed, come back up. Get those muscles stronger. Little by little, you can add a hop to emulate a little bit of running, taking off, and you get those muscles stronger. So those are just some basics, okay? So you're gonna remember the string, the 6 points. You're gonna remember the bucket, you're gonna remember the belt, and you're gonna remember the coat hanger. And these are just basic exercises. You can do these, and as long as you're not very sore, so that's another topic I'm gonna go over real quickly. If you're very sore, I wouldn't do these because that's overuse. The body is telling you that, hey, you overworked me, and so I don't need to add to this right now. So I always tell people, if you're functionally sore, I like that term, functionally sore, which means you can do stuff, you can move around. It is more uncomfortable than anything, but you can move around, then yes, you can do them again. My take on this is do this once every 2 or 3 days, probably 2 to 3 times a week. You don't have to take a lot of time. You could do this into like a 15, 20-minute exercise and put it into your running, so that way you'll get stronger. As time goes by, your running will get stronger, you'll get you probably, there's a good chance you might even get faster, because and then the biggest thing about this is you're not going to get injured as much. Now, understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that you won't get injured as much. It doesn't mean you won't get injured. So remember that you can still get injured. You can still get injured in doing these. So just do a few to start off with. Take a couple of days off, see how sore you are or not. If you're not very sore, do it again. Maybe add a little bit more. And then little by little, start adding in more. Just like we talked about running, there's progressions here too. But these are going to help you, and it's going to enhance your running, and it's going to make sure that you don't get injured as quickly, or hopefully at all. But let's go back inside to finish off this video. I said I wasn't going to work out hard, but I did. Now I got to stretch out a little bit. But hopefully that means you guys get an idea of what you can do to strength train and get a little bit stronger. I'm going to have to take some Advil and maybe take a couple of days off. But and I'll be fine for wine and dine, so I'll be there. No need to worry. But is there any other questions? I know that was just a small little workout that's not going to take you very long. If you have any other questions, please put it down below. I might end up doing a whole workout video, and so that means my back will get even worse. And so I actually have KT tape across my back nowadays. But that's that. Now, after that Advil, I'm feeling a little bit better, so we're going to go ahead and just talk real quick about that fundraiser. So at the very end of the video, I'm going to show you the shirt. But what we're going to be doing is, and again, we still haven't decided exactly what we're going to be doing, but November 1st, and you'll see it on the video, is going to be, it's going to have a price tag on. The price tag is there on purpose, but it's going to say 1101 on the top. The price is 2024, so that's November 1st, 2024. And we're going to be doing the rides, and most of them were opened up on April 22nd, 1998. So that's the second part of the price tag because it's on sale. So it's going to say 0422, and the price is $19.98. So we're going to be getting on these rides over and over and over again. There's 3 of them. There is Dinosaur, there's Triceratops, Triceratops spins, and there's It's Tough to Be a Bug. And at this moment in time, all 3 of them are going to be open. I think one of them is going to be closing very, very soon. I think it's going to be Triceratops spins. So we're going to be going on there after the 5K. So more than likely, we're going to be meeting at 9, going all the way till about 6 o'clock. And we're just going to be taking turns, probably about 2.5 hours at each station. We're going to be getting on the rides. We're going to be wearing the shirts that you'll see in a little bit. So again, if you guys want to donate yourself, if you guys are doing a fundraiser and want to join us, if you guys cannot join us but want to do a fundraiser and want to put down the link below, and then share the video, share the live link, whatever it is, to your friends and family so that they might be able to reach out to us and say, hey, can you show us this? And we'll do that. Maybe get a $5 donation, whatever it is, $10 donation. So that way you guys can get to your goals and be able to run these Disney races. If you guys have any other ideas or just have any questions about that, please comment down below. Now, without further ado, it's kicking in, so I'm fine again, and I'm just going to wish you, like I usually do, create a magical day, create a magical run, and guys, see you sooner than later.